All right, welcome to another week of Will's Take on Sports. We're going to do this again, Mike. We just try to record everybody, and then your boy just made a big error. But you know me, I'm true serum. I'm always going to be honest. But anyway, I am the host, Will Walker. This is Will's Take on Sports. I've titled this show here, I Can Do Your Job Better Than You. It is simply that. All right, that's basically because I don't agree what Dave Gettleman did for the New York Giants. He made that pick for the kid, Daniel Jones, to do quarterback. I'm not only me, but the fans or anybody. You don't have to be a fan, media person, anybody. You just don't agree with him. You can do it. You basically feel you can do his job better than him. But anyway, let me give you a little history about that football factory that is Duke. They only had one other quarterback drafted in the first round in school history besides Daniel Jones. That was Dave Brown, and that was in the supplemental draft, Mike. The supplemental draft, and that was in 1992 by the New York Football Giants. The irony in that is just crazy. All right, listen, like I said in a previous statement before, for years I've been hearing Northerners that flock their way south have said, oh, I understand why you Southerners have lost the war. They feel like Southerners make decisions based upon emotion. I kind of somewhat agree with that. But anyway, but listen, This is how I feel about this. If that's the case that, Northerners pointed out that Southerners make, decisions based upon emotion, then Dave Gettleman, he got some spanking to do there, Lucy. You know what I'm saying, Mike? He pretty much got some spanking to do because I don't understand from a guy who said we weren't going to draft for need, we were going to draft for best player available. They drafted Daniel Jones. That just makes absolutely no sense to me. So that says basically they drafted for emotion. Going to get what Mike thinks about that after the noise. All right, Mike. What do you think about what I had to say?
Lightning in the bottle. They went with a guy that has somewhat been groomed by Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, and their coach, what they coach, the Groove coach. That worked with them all this time. So they're just trying to catch lightning in the bottle.
You're speaking of Cutcliffe, the head coach of the Duke Blue Devils.
Yes.
Who coached Peyton Manning in college and he coached Eli Manning in college. Okay.
So, I think he knows talent. You can't say he don't know talent.
He coached them in college. He didn't coach them in the pros.
Well, from where he at right now, that's the only thing that anybody can go by, what he did in college.
He was garbage in college. He completed less than 60% of his passes. Anything else?
Hey, well, you got to give him a chance.
I'm not giving him a chance, and I'm also not giving a chance to the Miami Dolphins for picking up Josh Rosen. I get it from all these Miami Dolphin fans that want to say, oh, they only gave up a second rounder. This guy was the 10th pick overall last year. You're delusional. This guy's going to be garbage. He's going to be Ryan Tannehill again. That's just what it's going to come down to. He's going to be Ryan Tannehill. That's all it comes down to. I'm not impressed with Josh Rosen. He was ranked last in QB rating last season. He was the worst rated quarterback in the NFL last season. That's the way I look at it. The Dolphins just spent. And where they're going to be rebuilding for years, Mike, the Dolphins are not a quarterback from winning. They're not a quarterback away from winning. They got so many discrepancies and holes and needs on that team. You don't give up collateral like a draft pick for a guy who was basically garbage.
Well, I didn't watch him play last year, so I don't know. But I know what team I did watch, and I am very shaky on their quarterback position.
Who?
My Cowboys.
Leave Dak Prescott alone. Dak Prescott, we've already discussed it. He was the 14th rated quarterback in the NFL last year. He was one position better than Ben Roethlisberger. And really, and one guy that's in that top 15 ranking don't belong there, and he's the Miami Dolphins really starting. Well, the Miami Dolphin quarterback in Fitzpatrick. So he don't even belong in that. But Dak Prescott is a 2-time division champion, isn't he?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But still, Zeke and Cooper are the bread and butter of our team now. It was Zeke, and when we lost Zeke, we couldn't do nothing. Now we got Zeke and Cooper.
And your point is what? Your point is what?
If he can't win with that.
Who can't win with that? Who are you talking about?
Dallas.
Dak Prescott you got to give Dak Prescott some love because Dak Prescott is a 2-time division champion, Mike. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Give him some love, Mike.
Okay. Did you give Tannehill any love?
Tannehill sucks.
Okay, all right.
Tannehill sucks. Tannehill, the year the Dolphins went to the playoffs when he was a starting quarterback, it wasn't because of him. He wasn't the starter. Matt Moore was the starter. Don't get me started on Ryan Tannehill. Don't get me started again. Like I said, Chris Greer, you're a jerk. You're a dummy. You don't know how to run a franchise. He does not. I'm sorry. Chris Greer is a fool. You do not give up commodity like a draft pick for a guy who was the worst-rated quarterback. I don't care if it was 1 year or whatever the situation is. You don't give up something. You don't give up commodity like draft picks. And the Dolphins have the worst start in 22 in the NFL. It's been pointed out so many times. And then why is it that anybody else besides Chris Greer that's in football, all these people that study this stuff says you don't make an investment in Josh Rosen because Josh Rosen has no desire to be a hard-working quarterback, Mike. He's not a hard-working guy.
Well, here we go. Tell me how you figure that. I mean, I didn't see him play last year. So I don't know, but I want you to tell me, make me understand why you saying that.
Because I'm going by guys who watch. Steve Smith is a former NFL player. Steve Smith knows what it means to go from the bottom to the top because he worked himself into a quality NFL wide receiver. So he knows what hard work looks like. Josh Rosen is not a hard-working quarterback, Mike. He's not a hard-working football player. This guy had a hot tub in his doggone dorm room when he was at UCLA. He's not a quarterback. He's a model. Point blank, period.
He can't help that he thinks he look good.
Yeah, well, he's a model. He's not a quarterback. And then on top of that, he going to send a tweet wishing Kyler Murray luck. Instead of just saying, not saying nothing. He's showing that he's not a competitive guy. He's weak. He's sorry. He's not an NFL quarterback. And the Dolphins just made an investment in him.
Here we go. Now I'm gonna have to see. You keep saying that, but you can't. The trading part and all that was out of his hands.
And wait, okay, I'm gonna address that. But then there's this other part that the Dolphins just really tweak. How in the world you let a team dictate to you what their asking price gonna be for a guy they got to move anyway? Explain that to me, Mike.
No, well, when somebody's team, I think it was it Denver that picked.
I don't care.
No. But once that happened, that's when the shoe dropped. I mean, y'all couldn't ask for a bunch.
No.
I mean, what you call it? Couldn't ask for a bunch.
But here's my thing. Okay, they had to move this guy, right? The Dolphins knew they had to move this guy. So basically, I don't have to give you nothing. I can give you 0. I can give you the 4th round pick. I can give you a 5th round pick. I ain't got to give you a 2. And everybody's talking about, the Dolphins did a great job because they gave him the 62nd pick and he was the 10th pick last year. Shut up, you buffoon. You don't know what you're talking about. Stop talking. Anyway, this is what I'm saying. No, seriously, I'm mad at these stupid social media people that get on my nerves. They always trying to justify things because they think you're supposed to be a homer and you're supposed to be stupid and blind. You're not supposed to be. You're supposed to be objective and be calm, like I'm going to be without sitting ready to say, listen, this is what I think about this move. This is basically what it is. Mike, you have been hungry. No, seriously, you have been hungry and been to the store when you're hungry?
Yeah. Okay,
well, this is what this is. The Cardinals were hungry. You know what I'm saying? And they were in the store when they were hungry. So the Dolphins shouldn't have did nothing to help them. So basically what the Dolphins did was they basically gave them food of whatever they wanted instead of feeding them because they just giving them what they need because they was hungry. What the Dolphins should have just simply done, basically, just say, hey, listen, We ain't got to take this dude. We know you got to unload him. We know you don't want him, so we ain't giving you nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you go to the food bank. Mike, you don't get real potatoes. You get instant flakes. You see what I'm saying? No, I'm dead serious. So this is basically what this was. The Dolphins gave them real potatoes instead of letting them eat instant flakes. That's all I'm saying. That's just the way I look at it.
Well, you take them instant flakes, you give you some real milk and some real butter.
Are you seriously giving me a recipe for instant flakes right now? You're seriously giving me a recipe? You know what, Mike? You're seriously
put a little bit of garlic in it, boy. They'll make your tongue beat up the top of your mouth.
So basically, you're going against me with the Dolphins making this move to trade for Josh Rosen. That's what you're telling me.
Yes.
Anyway, let's go.
Well, let me ask you, who was the quarterback that was on your roster then?
Ryan Fitzpatrick. The Dolphins are going to suck, Mike. They're not winning no more than 4 games this year. I'm fine with that. I'm still a Miami Dolphin fan because I'm born and raised in Miami, so it doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna still love my Dolphins, whether they win 1 game, 2 games, or no games, or whether they are 17-0, the only undefeated team in NFL history. I want to remind you of that. Don't deep breathe. Don't deep breathe. Accept it. Accept it. Accept the fact that my guys. That my Miami Dolphins that were born in the year I was born, 1972, then the year that I was born, they went undefeated. Accept that. We're the only NFL team to go undefeated in NFL history. Accept it, acknowledge it, eat it, sink it in, breathe it. Let it soak, Mike. Let it soak. Meditate on it. Meditate. Let's meditate on that.
When the last time your Dolphins was relevant?
Last time Dan Marino was the quarterback. The last time Dan Marino was the quarterback, I'll say that.
Okay. So don't tell me to meditate.
When's the last time Dallas Cowboys? When the last time Dallas Cowboys won a Super Bowl? Since you want to go that route.
No, I didn't. Say
when the last time?
I didn't say meditate on it. You the one said meditate.
But when was the last time Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl?
Wasn't it with Barry Switzer?
Okay, that was in the 90s, right? That's been over 20 some odd years ago, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
When was 20 years. Mm-hmm. How old are you with Will?
Say what? What'd you say?
How old are you, Will? How old are you, Will?
How old am I how old was I when the Dolphins last won?
How old you are right now?
I'm 46. I'll be 47 in July. Thank you very much.
So what is 40-some years ago? Y'all was 16-0.
You know what, Mike? I'm trying not to cuss. I mean, I don't make this thing that I'm not gonna cuss. You gonna make me cuss talking about my Dolphins like that?
I'm not trying to make you cuss. I'm just using what you gave me back on you.
Okay. Well, anyway.
If the situation was reversed, I promise you, you would. Mike, can you say so and so?
Anyway.
So just trying to keep it even.
All right. Anyway, we try to keep everything in between the lines that happen on the field, on the baseball diamond, in the boxing ring, in the MMA cage, or on the basketball court. But unfortunately, there are 2 things that have happened outside of that still related to the world of the NFL, the N, the F, and the L. Tyreek Hill. All right, Mike, Tyreek Hill. Let's get into this cat. Apparently disciplining his child is going to possibly get him suspended from the NFL accordingly. Here's the events as I know them. I have not gone into this case. I really don't want to. I'm not going to be judgmental of anyone that does anything wrong. You know how I am. I truly believe that everybody's due process. But anyway, for this cat here, he was exonerated, or he was there was no charges brought against him by the public defender or by the DA up there in Kansas City. But because him and this girl was walking through somewhere where the audio got picked up, I think he acknowledged something about spanking his child, or anyway, him and his girlfriend. Some
stop right there for let me.
Or fiance rather, not his girlfriend, but his fiance.
You said he was walking through somewhere.
Right.
And
the audio was picked up. Mm-hmm.
The audio was picked up.
Yeah.
Now, explain to me, because I'm not the brightest bulb or candle out there, right? Mm-hmm. So please tell me, how can somebody just pick up audio unless somebody's setting you up for?
Okay. I don't know how. Okay. Like I said, I have no clue. Okay, he was walking through Dubai's international airport. Walking through. He was walking through the airport at Dubai or the Dubai International Airport. That audio was picked up between a conversation between him and his girlfriend. I guess I don't know. I don't want to get into it and explain it because I'm not trying to read it. It just.
But you see, that's the first problem. When I heard you say that, now how in the world you just gonna end up hearing this man's conversation? That's where I'm lost. You got this. I mean, so just first of all, how did this? If that's the case, how did they even know that he was going to be at the airport or wherever he was?
Okay, I hear you, conspiracy theory, but I don't know none of that. I don't know any of those answers, so I don't know. I'm serious, I don't know. I really don't. But anyway, according to just my little brief skimming through this little article that was by the Kansas City TV station there, basically him and her were accusing each other of wrongdoing. Also, by the Department of Children and Families there in Kansas City, he needs to have no contact with his 3-year-old son.
Let's see, I didn't know that part. There
Me neither. I just read through and skimmed through and looked through this. But I still say this: he's still owed due process. Whatever the situation is, he's still owed due process. And my whole thing is, if it's a situation where he disciplined his son and it caused bruises, then Willie Walker Sr. and Ann Walker, y'all should be glad that I was born in the 1970s and raised in the 80s instead of born at this time, because y'all will be in jail. Because I got many bruises. I'm just trying to told you. I'll just try to told you. I got many bruises. So if that was if those same things were were implicated in my day growing up, my parents would be under the jail cell somewhere. But anyway, and I'm not listen. What my parents did, it kept my black butt out of jail. It kept me off drugs. I'm in my right frame of mind, and I thank them for the discipline that they gave me. So for me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I didn't like it as a child, and I'm pretty sure no child likes to be disciplined. No child likes to be spanked. No child likes, you know what I'm saying? I get it. I didn't like to be spanked and, and disciplined at that time too. But looking back at it now as an adult, I'm glad they cared enough for me to discipline me. That's just the way I feel about it. And in this case, again, I don't know all the particulars of it because I'm not really diving into it. I'm just skimming through what I've read. I didn't know there was a no contact order with the 3-year-old son. But Tyreek Hill says he just disciplined his child. Same thing like Adrian Peterson. Maybe that is what he knew growing up. You know what I'm saying? But, Mike, what's your take?
Where we from? We from the South.
We from the South.
We from the South.
Yes, sir.
My parents believe in getting that butt.
Getting it.
Do something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Anything can be used in the beating of the behind. Whatever they get their hands on, the razor strap, switch.
I hated the stitching cord, though. I ain't like the stitching cord.
I knock on wood, thank you, Jesus. I never got hit.
Woo, Lord, that thing never cut you, boy.
I've heard from family members that would take some
that takes some skin. That takes skin off of you, man. That thing that takes some skin off you. You know what I'm saying? Because that stitching cord thing was that's legit to make you not want to do whatever you did to get that stitching cord. You didn't want to do it no more. I can guarantee you that one. You ain't want to do that one again. But anyway, all right. So let's hope that that everything comes good out of the situation. Even if it's a situation where Tyreek Hill did abuse his son or that he did go too far, that he would learn a lesson from the situation. I hope the young man doesn't get suspended and lose his job. And for all these self-righteous people on the 4-letter network and Fix Sports and the Nobody Cares Sports Network, listen, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Y'all so judgmental of people nowadays. They can't do nothing. And then Mike Golick, you mentioned at one time, he said he wished he was 5 minutes alone with him. I wish I was 5 minutes alone with Mike Golick. How about that? You blubber.
Yeah. Well, he had a little tirade talking about what he wish he could just punch him in the face. Who are you, self-righteous?
You know what? That kind of stuff just ticks me off when they say things like that. Oh, I wish I can handle him. Or I wish I'd have grew up with him. I wish this was back in the day. I just would have punched him in the face. Who say I got to stand there and let you punch me in the face? Who say I ain't got to punch? Who say I'm not going to punch you back?
That's the bottom line. What makes you think I'm going to stand there and let you?
I'm trying to tell you.
Ric Flair is my hero.
Mm-hmm.
And he had an old saying.
Mm-hmm.
He's the dirtiest player in the game.
I'm trying to tell you. There ain't no rules. There ain't no rules.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that really knows me know I'm a teddy bear.
Somewhat.
Especially when it comes to kids.
Okay.
I'm a teddy bear.
Okay.
Now, what after that? I can turn into a grizzly.
Right.
Real easy if something goes side.
A mountain lion or a mountain lion.
Yeah. I mean, I could change up, which I try not to. I try to stay in a teddy bear mode.
Mm-hmm.
So, if someone's doing something to a child and just abusing the child, yes, I don't think good thoughts about that person.
Right.
But if he just spanked this child, I think it came back. Did the child get his arm broke or something?
Again, I didn't go in depth. I'm just skimming over.
That's where your buddy a little lost. I got to research it a little bit more. But from when I was growing up, the whoopings that I got from my mom, it was syllable whooping. Like every other syllable, it was a lick.
I'm trying to tell you.
And the licks go all over your body from head to toe.
If you move, they did.
Yeah. So and you know the bad part about all that, they'll send you outside to get a switch.
Yeah, Bernie Mac joked about. Yeah, Bernie Mac joked about that. About why would you say somebody that's bad to say you to go get the weapon that they gonna use to hit you with. I don't understand that.
And you honestly think I'm gonna go out and get the biggest switch on the branch?
Nah, who would go get the biggest switch? I always went and got a twig.
Yeah. Oh, go back and get me another one. Ain't that something?
I'm gonna go get another twig.
Then the parents start getting smart. So when you go bring them all the little bitty ones,
they plait them together. Yep.
Now ain't that something?
Yeah. Anyway, we gonna move on from that because we get into corporal punishment because that's what they call that now. But anyway, all right, let's talk about this Nick Bosa stupidness. Listen, like I said in the previous podcast before, listen, Nick Bosa can vote for whoever he wants to. I may not agree with it. I may not like Donald Trump. I can care less. But at the same time, Nick Bosa has the right to put whatever he wants on social media. He can support who he wants to for president. It doesn't matter to me. Some of y'all need to stop this fake outrage mess. And I'm really speaking to some of these social media people. If President Trump wants to retweet or tweet the second overall pick in the NFL draft, I don't care. If he doesn't want to tweet the first overall pick in the draft, I don't care. What some of y'all need to be, because this why we lost the election. This why Hillary Clinton ain't the president, because some of y'all so worried about stupid stuff instead of taking y'all behind out there to vote. If you'd have went to vote, he wouldn't be the doggone president. Okay, I'm done.
Ooh, North Carolina. Ooh, that's out loud. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you said it out loud. You said it out loud. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Carolina. Go vote next time, please.
Go vote. So instead of sitting here worried about who he tweeting over an NFL draft, who cares? I don't care. I just don't. But like I say, Nick Bosa has the right to do it. He's an American. Everybody don't have to agree with your opinion. That's what's wrong with y'all people nowadays. Y'all want everybody to agree with y'all doggone opinion.
Well, but I will say, in my this is just, as they would say, one black man's opinion.
One black man's opinion.
Only reason he got picked number 2 is because so they can say, oh, there's another family on the defensive side of the ball that had the father and 2 sons make it to the NFL.
You do know the Longs are in the NFL, right?
Yeah, but
okay.
how he was a second round draft pick.
Oh, so you said because because John Bosa, you know who he was picked by, Mike? You know who John Bosa was picked by?
No, sir.
The Miami Dolphins.
Oh, that's why y'all messed up.
That's why I don't like John Bosa. Let me say can't stand him. That's why I don't like John Bosa. Sorry. He had a 3-year career with a total of 4 sacks.
I love you though, Will.
I know you do, but love has nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now. John Bosa. Let's look at this goofy. Yeah, he was the Miami Dolphins' first-round draft pick. You sorry son of a you. Ooh.
Hey. If you go back and
7 NFL sacks. 7 NFL sacks in 31 games, and he was the 16th pick overall.
He got drafted. His boy got drafted.
They picked him over Daniel Stubbs. They picked him over Daniel Stubbs. I remember the outrage when the Dolphins would not pick back players. And before you Miami people get all up in rage with what I just said, they would not pick black players back in those days. Don Shula he had a lily white team. I'm sorry. That's what it was. Growing up in Miami as a Miami Dolphin fan in the black community, we had a big-time problem with Don Shula because we knew he wouldn't pick black players. And then when he started picking black players, unfortunately, Brian Cox lost his mind. So Don Shula was kind of vindicated for not doing it. But anyway, that was that big thing. That's why a lot of black people in Miami, Mike, you don't know this, they don't like the Miami Dolphins. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't care.
See, I'm a Floridian, and even when I was younger in sports, on this part of Florida, we never really got to see the Miami Dolphins.
Well, you ain't missed nothing.
We are, it was always Atlanta.
Yeah, because you're close to Atlanta in Tallahassee. You're closer to Atlanta than you are Miami.
So that's one reason why I'm out here. Everybody asks me why I don't have a Florida team because it wasn't one.
No, you didn't have Tampa Bay, you didn't have Jacksonville, and then the Dolphins. They didn't show the Dolphins in Tallahassee at that time.
The only thing I like about Tampa Bay is a player from Florida State.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say Ybor City. I didn't think you was gonna bring up Jameis.
Other than that, I just like Tampa Bay, but I think Tampa Bay is a fraud.
Oh, okay.
Some of the things they did in the past, which I ain't going to bring up today.
We ain't going to bring that up today, but we're going to transition and talk about the NBA playoffs. We're going to talk about Philly and Toronto. Let's go. Let's get into Philly and Toronto. Oh, Lord. Anyway, the Philly and Toronto, that series is getting started. Listen, there's really nothing to see here. Kawhi got 45 last night. He was 5 points. He was 5 points short for joining Dame Leonard and KD for hanging half 100 in these playoffs, but he was 5 points short. He only had 45. Anyway, Embiid does not have an advantage in this particular playoff matchup, Mike. When the Raptors pick up Gasol, that pretty much nullified that advantage. So really, without Big Ben being able to shoot. And that's really, like I said, that's still going to cost him because he can't shoot. And then Jimmy Butler cannot stop Kawhi Leonard. They need to get off of that. Tobias Harris is nice, but hey, it is what it is. Toronto is better. They got whatever that kid's name is. I call him Sikkim, but I know his name is not that. But anyway, they got that kid. I say the Raptors win in 6. All right, let's turn to your Boston Celtics. Go ahead and gloat. You won today.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Huh?
Yes. It's only one game. Hey. It's one game. If we can win the next game there, because the home court advantage will be back on us.
But you got home court. You won today. You got home court advantage.
Yeah, I see. I'm gonna hurt them. I need to hurt them.
You want a 4-0 sweep?
No, I don't think we're gonna beat them 4 in a row. I think we're gonna get one. I think, like I've been saying all along, I think Boston is gonna go in. Doing like they did when y'all called the greatest they ever played. Let him score and stop everybody else.
Who called him the greatest? Whatever. You talking about
I'm talking about Michael.
Oh, okay.
The year that when he scored, I think he scored 63 against us.
Yeah.
And he still went home.
He was a pup.
Yeah, he went fishing.
He was a pup.
He can be a pup, a bulldog, a Doberman Pinscher. Guess what?
What?
He went home.
Okay, he went fishing, but he was a pup. But anyway, we're not gonna go there because we're gonna agree to disagree. But anyway, this is what's wrong with John is the Greek freak or whatever they want to call him. Listen, he was a freak, but he ain't no freak of nature like they want to make him out. You know what he was a freak like? He was a freak like The Walking Dead and the freaks that be in Michael Jackson. That was in Michael Jackson's Thriller video.
You remember, if you go back to check the audio, I made a statement about him the other week when we did the show.
What about him?
And I said about him during the regular season.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He's the man.
Right.
Man child.
Right.
See, the playoffs is a different creature.
Yeah.
And see, and thank God that my Celtics. Remember, you got on. You talked about me bad when I was talking about my Celtics.
You said no. I talked about you bad because you said your Celtics were going to beat the Golden State Warriors.
No. This is a few years back.
Oh.
And I said I'm just happy that we were in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And we got that playoff experience.
Yeah.
See, and now I
God.
think it's paying off.
Oh, okay.
It's paying off now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, we may not win it, but I dang gonna show want us to.
Well, I'm glad you admitted that. I'm just glad you admitted that, but
admit what?
That you may not win it, but
admit
you want us
that
you may not win it. Okay.
Well, there's a lot of other teams think they can gonna win it and not gonna win it. So I got just as good a chance as everybody else to win it.
You do, but I'm gonna need the Greek freak. You know what the Greek freak problem is right now? He needs some more creatine and some more gain, and then you get some of them gain weight supplements because see, he run into them. No, he run into them boys. He run into them big boys. He run into Baines and Morris and Horford.
He needs a jump shot.
You need some creatine.
He needs a jump shot, and that's what he don't have is a jump shot.
He's not gonna get that. He not gonna get no jump shot by Tuesday. That ain't. I mean, by Wednesday rather. He ain't get no jump shot by Wednesday.
Hey, he ain't gonna just slam dunk his way to the final.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he can.
He just got to realize.
He can be sitting in the stands watching just like I'm doing on TV or whatever.
All he needs. Hey, listen. For somebody who's been trying to gain weight, you know what he can do? Go get him some of that Ensure with that high protein in it. I'm telling you, put some more pounds on him. Then he'll be able to bully Baines, Morris, and Horford because he tried that today and it didn't work. It didn't work all that. It didn't work out too well.
Look here, he better at this. See, now I was talking bad about Kyrie. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take some of the stuff that I said about him back. So the playoffs has started, and the boy balls. I'm gonna give him credit. The boy balls.
Yeah, you talked about Kyrie bad. You talked about Kyrie. You talked about Kyrie like he was your ex.
Hey, at one time my team wasn't gelling, and they wasn't making no jello.
Oh, not making no jello. That's a good one. I like that one. I like that one.
But now we gelling pretty good right now.
Yeah, y'all gelling real well. So the Golden State Warriors were able to thump away the Houston Rockets. Mike thinks.
I'm gonna say something about that. You keep
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't think Golden State. It may not. I don't think they're gonna do it.
Do what?
Beat Houston 4 times.
Bye Houston. We'll see Houston in 6 games. Bye Houston. Y'all go away.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
Y'all go away. If not 5, but y'all going away. I know they ain't got to go home. They ain't got to go home, Mike. But they getting up out of there. I can told you that much.
What I seen today, I just don't see it happening.
I ain't seen nothing. I saw Golden State just play a game. I saw Golden State. They played a game on Friday night. Then they turned around and played a game at noon Pacific time. So,
and if you go back and this the last 3 minutes of the game, look at the calls that was made at the last 3 minutes.
James Harden been getting those calls all year. What's the point?
No, they need to make this call. But Chris Paul got fouled on 3-point. But actually, Chris Paul got fouled a couple of times. And one of the time he got fouled, they called a check on him because he argued about it.
Where's Ray John Rondo when you need him?
Yeah.
We'll get that'll calm Chris Paul's nerves. Let me get Ray John Rondo.
No, I want Rondo. I'm just gonna say this, Rick. I want Rondo to get your boy.
My boy. Oh yeah. Well.
Your brother. Your brother.
We ain't brothers. We ain't brothers. We ain't friends. We ain't homeboys. Me and them ain't nothing, Mike. Me and that dude ain't nothing. Go ahead.
And that cat there, man. He talks when he talks about somebody, and it's like it's supposed to be the gospel. That's what bothers me.
That man makes that man. I think they pay him $10 million a year to spit his opinion.
You know why?
Why?
Because he's a covenant man.
Hey, $10 million make a comment. Won't make me one. I won't be a sellout like that, but I mean, works for him.
You know, I believe in doing my job, but see, certain things you ain't gonna back me in no corner and make me to my like your what's the word? Morality.
Gotta support that mouse. Gotta support that mouse. Disney is the owner. Gotta support Mickey Mouse. Disney is the owner of the 4-letter network. Gotta remember that. Gotta support that mouse, Mike. Just saying.
Yeah, that mouse get on my nerves.
That mouse getting on your nerve. Well, I tell you what's not going to get on your nerve. Maybe get on your nerve. You might not want to stay up and watch the Denver Nuggets and the Portland Trail Blazers. There's nothing to see there.
Stay up.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, we
huh?
Who know they're playing?
Exactly. My point is exactly. There's nothing to see there because they just going to be sweep dust. That's all it is. Whoever wins is going to lose to the Warriors in 4. It doesn't matter. So y'all can love Dame Lillard. Yeah, he's from Oakland. He's doing good. C.J. McCollum went to Lehigh in Pennsylvania. God bless all that mess. Jamal Murray went to Kentucky. I'm so happy for all their family members that they get to see these guys in the playoffs. It's nothing to see there. Those teams stink. They're not beating the Warriors. It's just as simple. Okay? I'm happy that the cities of Denver and Portland up there, in the Midwest and the Great Northwest, y'all get to root. Y'all get some playoffs. But it doesn't matter if y'all win. The Warriors are going to sweep you in the next round. So there's nothing to see there. I know everybody wants me to talk all this good stuff about sports, but it doesn't happen all the time. Sorry. It's nothing to see there.
I know this one.
What's that?
When it's all said and done, it's going to be Boston
and the Warriors.
Toronto's going to give us a run.
Y'all going 7 with Toronto.
I ain't even lie, because they don't see that. They happy, but they don't see that other guy that used to hurt their feelings. So they feel a little froggy.
Oh, the former number 6 as a TV producer with that with that whack behind on reality show that he got on CBS. That guy.
Well, you just don't let it
I ain't letting nothing go. I'm Team Petty. He left my Miami Heat. I ain't gonna never let it go. Anyway, speaking of Team Petty and not letting nothing go, Dabba Dabba Doo, whatever that guy name is, the coach at Clemson got 10 years, $93 million. Mike, what you think?
Oh, see, that ain't even a thing. He's so dang smart, when I say smart, that he got a clause in his contract. If his old alma mater come a calling, it's only a $2 million buyout.
Yeah, that's because they won't. That's because they did that because they think the defensive coordinator will still be there and they'll give him the job.
Yeah. And I think that's what's gonna happen.
Okay, good for Dabba Dabba Doo. All right. Anyway, before I get out of here, let me go ahead and mention my favorite thing. My favorite sport is soccer. My Manchester City, my favorite club team in the world, won today over Burnley, 1-0. Got to give that a big time shout. We're 2 games away from winning, being back-to-back Premier League champions, and also we could also win the Trimble. Mike, you know what the Trimble is?
No.
Okay, that's when you win 3 big trophies.
Oh, I was thinking when you get the shake.
No, I don't want you to get the Trimbles. I said anyway. All right, when you win 3 big trophies in the same year in European football, you win the Trimble. So this year, if we go ahead and finish this out and win back-to-back Premier League champions, that's 1 trophy. We won the Carabao Trophy Cup earlier this year in December. in the beginning of this year. So we beat Chelsea in a shootout, and we get a chance to win the Football Association's Cup, which is the oldest trophy in top English Premier League football, or soccer as we know it in this country. So we're going to get to Trimble. I really wanted us to go ahead and get that 4 trophies this year, but we did not finish it out. We lost in the Champions League. I'm talking about Manchester City. So this is for my friends across the pond that's been listening to my show for years, and I have not been giving you guys anything what you want in regards to soccer. Gotta find my man. What was my man's name that used to come on the show, Mike? Gotta find that cat.
We gotta find him.
He was good. He made me like soccer. So I don't make you like soccer. Only he made you like soccer. We supposed to be boys. I'm just saying. Oh. Team Petty. Team Petty. All right, listen. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at WWS_Sports Show. Also follow us on Facebook at Will's Take on Sports. Type that in the search. Like the page. You'll get instant updates. Like you're going to get the instant update as soon as this show posts. As soon as we do the editing and everything and get it done. But all right, so thank you so much. Again, Mike, thank you for your time, brother. I really appreciate it, man. You have a safe week.
You too.
All day, every day. Listen, say a prayer for somebody. Definitely say a prayer for your boys. Say a prayer for your loved ones. Say a prayer for everybody. Because prayer changes things. I holla.
Peace.